For example, in one of the cases where Prophet Muhammad really wanted his uncle to accept Islam.
Yeah.
One of his uncles, Abu Talib, who was dying on his deathbed, the Prophet was sitting next to him, asking him to accept Islam. Accept Islam. Say the Shahada. Say that there's a statement, La ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lah, that no one is worthy of worship except Allah. And I, Muhammad, I am the messenger of Allah. He said, Ala millati Abdul Muttalib. I die on the way of my father, which is idol worship.
Yeah.
The Prophet was very saddened. Allah tells him that you do not guide people you love. It is Allah who guides people. Your job is to convey.
Yeah.
Just convey the message clearly and leave the people to Allah.
Okay, can I ask you something? Why do you think, say in this country or any Western country, why do you think there are so few like white reverts to Islam? Why do you think it's
so many? So many.
So few.
No, I can turn it around and say so many.
Yeah.
There are hundreds of thousands.
Okay.
Actually, there was a study that said 100,000 people come to Islam.
So how many in this country, for example?
As far as I know, there was studies that 100,000 people come to Islam every year.
In Britain?
In the UK.
100,000?
If I'm not mistaken.
And majority of women.
That's a lot of people.
That is a lot,
That's
if I'm not mistaken.
Majority of women.
Okay.
Yes.
70% are women.
3 out of every 5.
Okay.
And Islam is seen as some sort of oppressive religion. Women are oppressed in Islam. Supposed to be, right? And ironically, women are coming to Islam in Britain.
Yeah.
Without anyone pointing a gun.
Well, that's the thing. I think.
And you accept that. We discussed about sexualization of the woman, etc.
Yeah.
And you said Islam has a working model when it comes to the humanization of women.
I saw this video actually where there were girls on the street and they just Western girls or whatever, non-Muslims, and they put a hijab on them and then see how they look with the hijab.
And there's the one where, for example, in New York, it's called Walking in New York. So there's a woman who's dressed up in a not in a hijab and she's getting harassed, catcalled, and then they put her in a hijab. Now, we're not saying if somebody wears a hijab, they won't get raped. We're not saying that. What we're saying is, for example, like we discussed before, Islam deals with it on a micro level and a macro level. On a micro level is that Allah tells the believers.
Let me cut quick here.
Sorry?
The battery.
What?
The battery. They want to change the battery. Anyway, continue.
Okay, we'll continue.
So what's your name?
My name is Adnan.
Adnan, Luca.
Okay. Where are you from?
Born British, parents are from Europe.
Okay. Which country in particular?
Serbia.
Serbia. Okay. And Serbia has a very long history with Islam, as you know. You're probably aware.
Yeah, I know about Bosnia.
Modern and medieval. You know, during the Ottoman period.
Yes.
Back and forth. Wars between the Serbians and the Ottomans, and then Ottomans came in to take the territory in the Battle of Kosovo. You probably are aware of it. And things like that. So it has caused. You see, there are certain nations in Europe, because they have some history, military history with Islam, they see Islam in that lens, or through that lens, right? Greeks, for example. Greeks have this history of conflict with Islam and Muslims, right? Serbians, similarly, have this. This is why the genocide, you know, in the 90s, one of the reasons why genocide took place was because some Serbian ideologues had brainwashed their military and some of the generals into thinking that, okay, you can wipe these people out.
Right.
They are not humans. They're not like you, right? They are the enemy. And amazingly, a lot of these people were ethnically exactly the same. They came from the same background.
Yeah,
right?
just some had accepted Islam, others hadn't.
Exactly. Yeah. So we have to put aside some of this history and see beyond this.
Yeah.
You know why he's doing this? Do you have any idea?
Oh, he's heckling, isn't he?
No, he's not. He's doing it so that we cannot do this. We cannot have conversations. They are here for a reason.
And what did I say to you? Remember, I said the only thing they fear is not we are going to go and blow ourselves up. It's this. This is the biggest fear.
Us talking.
Dawah. That's what Allah says in the Quran. Strive with them with a greater jihad. And you know what the scholars say? It's talking about the Quran.
Yeah. But they always portray Muslims as...
Why would a group of people stop talking about their own religion, Trinity, the Bible, and focus on Islam?
Yeah.
Where is it?
Yeah, because this is now two reasons. One reason is that you don't have to defend your false faith. The other reason is it brings money. Attacking Islam, Islamophobia industry pays well. Right.
It's a lie. It's a lie.
Did you take the medicine?
Leave, carry on.
Anything coming out of
Right.
a Muslim
So-
out of Islam is a lie.
So anyway, we can continue. Don't worry about it. So coming back to our issue, our question, that there are many people in Europe, not only in Britain, many people in Europe, they are accepting Islam because their current system is not offering anything to them. There are people in Poland, there are people in Latvia, Lithuania, because previously they were completely blind to Islam. They had no idea what Islam is. Now with social media, they are on their phones, they are watching videos, they are reading stuff, and the governments cannot stop that.
Yeah.
Okay?
I just asked Ali, what's the attraction of Islam? What do you feel Islam gives you that you don't find in?
Most importantly, a cleaner life, a cleaner mind, and a cleaner, more rational faith.
Okay. And
A way to live, something to live for. Because anything other than Islam fails to provide that. Christianity fails to provide intellectual satisfaction. It doesn't satisfy you.
It's confusing.
It's very confusing. When you read the Bible, you know this is not from God. You know, I mean, any sane person, any honest person. I'm not saying Christians are insane. There are scholars among Christians, right? Yeah. But sometimes you need to have the sincerity to accept it, right? A lot of these people are not sincere, unfortunately. So you read the Bible with an open mind. You know this is not from God. This is all messed up. This is it's a mashup. It's a mashed potato, as they say, right? It's all over the place. Yeah. With the Quran, it has a consistent message from page 1 to the page last.
Because I've heard Christians say that in the Quran you have the stories of some of the prophets taken from the Bible, and they would say the Quran, they just have shortened versions of the stories.
In the Quran, we have stories that are similar to the biblical stories.
Yeah.
They're not the same.
Okay.
They're not borrowed. Because when we look at the details, we come to realize the Quran, for some reason, somehow corrects the mistakes of the Bible.
And not only that, Ustad, it came to defend the honor of the Prophet. Because if you look into the Bible, it tells you that Lut had intimacy with his own daughters. So the Quran came to defend the honor by rejecting these notions of how the Prophet slept.
Yeah, this is the point I was making. In the Bible, they say that prophets committed some sins, whereas in the Quran,
major sins.
Major sins. The Quran came to defend the honor.
David is getting
adultery and murder.
So we don't have that.
Okay.
This is how we know that the Bible has been corrupted. Some corrupt minds, corrupt people inserted their ideas into the Bible. And there is no doubt about that, right? Even Jewish and Christian scholars will admit to that. That there are passages, there are parts of the Bible that have been interpolated, right? So now what do? We have two choices: either to continue following the way that was given to us by our ancestors, or we rethink our existence. We rethink our entire life. Is this the truth? Is this the way to God? Firstly, God exists. We cannot escape from that. There is no escaping from that. If God exists, then which way is the clearest? The easiest, and
can you go away?
He's not going to go. He's not going to go.
Are you a Christian?
Culturally Christian, but now I'm agnostic.
As a Christian, how do you see that coming from another Christian?
But he's not a Christian.
No, not culturally, but as a human being, when you see that, does that show you how strong Christianity is?
I mean, he's just behaving like a fool.
Why does someone have to? We're having a very calm, decent discussion, a conversation, right? And we're not promoting any violence, any evil, or anything like that. Why is he so upset? What makes you? I mean, have you thought about it?
Tell me.
But you know what?
Why would someone come here on Sunday to do that?
You know what he said? He said, I actually find it very interesting. Why all these people come together against Islam? Like the ex-Muslims, the Christians, the atheists, like they all come together against Islam. And he found that, like, what is it that in Islam? And this is what we're trying to say. When the truth is spoken,
people are against it.
Yes, because they know it's the truth. And they don't like that. And that's the reason why God Almighty in the Quran mentioned this to the prophets, because warning him, they are going to come and kill you. And that's exactly what the pagan Arabs attempted, and he had to run away. Because what they would do is they'll try to mock your message. then they would try to stop it. Then try to come.
This
and say
happened to our
actually-
Prophet.
Yes. And when
When he was
that doesn't
preaching,
happen,
there were
they come with
people.
arms.
There were people. They would come and do exactly this. They would do this. They would shout on top of his voice so the people cannot hear him. Right? This is exact. We believe, just as Allah is consistent with His message and His people, Satan is also consistent with his methodology and his people. Okay. This is Satanism. This is
Tell me something. Within an Islamic country, he would not be free to do something like this, for example.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
I wouldn't be free to do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
In a Muslim
If I was
country.
going, look, we don't claim if there is such a thing called Islamic country.
Yeah.
I believe it doesn't exist. There is no
Muslim
country,
majority or
no, there is
countries
no
where
country in the
Islam-
world that implements the law of Islam.
Not even
Okay.
Pakistan or
No,
Saudi Arabia?
absolutely not. This is one of the greatest misconceptions. They are secular countries. They are following the Western model.
Because I mean, it's called the Islamic Republic of Pakistan or the Islamic
well,
Republic of
These
Iran.
guys who killed innocent people say we're Muslims.
If I call myself Mr. Olympia,
Okay.
do I look like Mr. Olympia? If I put a badge on myself, Mr. Olympia,
Right.
you laugh at me, right? Likewise, if a country calls itself Islamic Republic of such and such,
Yeah.
it doesn't make
Because that should mean that Sharia is a part of the constitutional law of the country or the penal
Only
code
nominally.
of the country or
nominally
other laws.
it's mentioned.
Okay.
It's mentioned, but it's not followed.
Okay.
Constitutionally, if you look at the law, it's the British law. In Pakistan, the courts are running by the British law.
Right.
They don't follow the Islamic law. It's not an Islamic country for as such.
Because I mean, the controversy obviously is now, about the blasphemy laws. So they, I mean, that would be from Islam, wouldn't
Oh, he's drinking water.
it? Laws relating
Drink
to
more,
blasphemy.
drink more.
Like,
Do you need it?
I mean,
you're not doing anything to us.
I mean, okay, what is the Islamic response to the lynching of that man in Pakistan?
What is that?
To that man who was murdered the other day in Pakistan. What is your response?
Islamic position is very clear, which we made us. We made it very clear online that this is barbarity. This is just like the guy walking into the mosque and spraying 50 people in New Zealand, right? These are a bunch of.
So why did those people do that if they're Muslims? If they're Muslims, they should be
They are ignorant.
a higher example.
Just like a crowd of racist people. You must have seen a mob of racist people.
Yeah.
If I walk in there and I start saying things they don't like, they're gonna kill me.
Yeah.
Any mob in any place, anywhere in the world, a mob is a mob.
Yeah.
Okay.
They'll just murder someone, just on...
mobs.
It's not exclusive to Islam. Like I said it before.
Yeah, I know.
If I
I'm
go
just
to a
trying-
white nationalist area and spit on a picture of Churchill, they're not
couldn't
going to
murder
say we
you.
would defend your
Islamically
rights, mate.
speaking,
Yeah.
Islamically speaking, there is no mob justice in Islam.
Yeah.
The crowd cannot become judge, jury, and the executioner.
It's not allowed.
Okay.
Vigilantism.
Huh? Even vigilante justice.
Yeah.
It doesn't exist in Islam.
Yeah.
If you kill someone,
Yeah.
having accused them, you will be punished
For murder.
in return.
Yeah.
It's murder.
It's murder.
Even if the person was, let's say, he raped someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If there was a guy who raped someone,
Yeah.
right? If you try to save a woman while the guy is raping and there's a fight, there's a scuffle, that's a different matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But if you cold-blood, if it's a cold-blooded murder of someone, you will have to answer to the court, right?
Yeah.
So Islam does not promote vigilante justice, mob violence, or mob execution.
Is there a death penalty for blasphemy though, or for apostasy?
It depends where you are. If the law of Islam is applied in a country entirely, if it's ruled by it.
But is it that in the Sharia
then-
or?
Yes, it's there. I mean, academics have talked about it.
Yeah.
If you want to know more about it, Western academics have written books on the Sharia law.
I mean, it's just I'm very concerned. Like, if I became a Muslim and God forbid, I said something against Islam, could I theoretically, or in a country with Sharia, I could be executed?
If
couldn't
you
I?
went public in an Islamic domain, here people are always talking about Islam and cursing Islam and saying all sorts of evil things about Islam.
Yeah.
This this is the West. This is Islamic law doesn't apply here. It's not applied here. But if you were in a Muslim country, and if you went in public attacking Islam, the Prophet of Islam, forget about the law.
The mob,
exactly.
I mean, that's
unfortunately.
I wouldn't want that to happen.
And no, that can happen here. That can happen here. If I publicly stand up somewhere and insult the sacred
Let's say in Russia, you insult Putin.
No, Putin is not sacred.
Here in
but you'll be picked up by the intelligence. That's a different matter.
No, what would the Russians do to you? No, let's be real. The thing is, this is not
It depends where you are in Russia.
Like we said before, this is not exclusive to Islam. Try this in a predominantly Christian Orthodox country, you'll get the same results. Go to a black community and use the N-word, you get the same result. Go to Israel and say Israel is this or that, you get the same result.
By the way,
so why do you think, like here in Speaker's Corner, anyone can pretty much say whatever they want within reason, within the law? Within the law.
No, you can't.
But I'm
in
saying
Speaker's Corner, even here there are limits.
I know.
Even here we have blasphemy laws.
But they've not been implemented since.
Let me tell you something. Let me clarify something.
Okay.
There are blasphemy laws everywhere in the world, in every single society. Every single society has sacreds.
Okay, let me put it this way. If in this country, I know a Muslim wouldn't say, but say someone else said something against Jesus Christ, nobody would do anything to them.
Here in this country, if you said something about the Jewish people, you know what's going to happen? That's the blasphemy law.
I know.
That's blasphemy. Okay. Call it anti-Semitism. Call it X, Y, and Z. Call it green and blue. Call it what you like, but it is a blasphemy law.
What about LGBT?
It is a law that restricts your freedom to insult someone, right?
I know that the Jews are like a protected class.
What about LGBT?
No. I mean, I can give other examples. If you insult homosexuals,
that's another example.
That's a blasphemy. That's blasphemy legally speaking. Okay. Call it. You can call it what you like. You can give it a name that is not blasphemy. You can call it. You can call it a beautiful. A beautiful fairy. Call the law beautiful fairy law, right? You can call it with whatever name you can. You want to give.
So what you're saying, there'll always be blasphemy laws in.
I'm saying I'm making a claim today. Every single society, every single human community, every single country, every single land in the world has blasphemy laws in place.
In some form.
In some form or the other.
Call it something else.
All right. Okay.
They call it blue. They call it blue fairy.
Illegal.
They call it eagle law.
Illegal.
They call it illegal.
What you're saying actually makes sense because the word blasphemy, I think it comes from Greek. It doesn't specifically mean saying something against a god or a deity. It actually means they used to say blaspheme the king, for example.
Exactly.
You couldn't speak against the state.
So what we're trying to say is it's not exclusive to Islam.
So if you blaspheme the Jewish people here, you're a blasphemer.
There you go.
If you blaspheme the homosexuals, you're a blasphemer. If you blaspheme
No, but if you blaspheme Muslims, it's okay. Freedom of speech.
That's the blasphemy which doesn't exist, basically.
Which one?
Blaspheming the Muslims.
You can get away with that. Freedom of speech.
In this country.
That's the hypocrisy.
You see, Charlie Hebdo in France, blaspheme the Muslims, even the Jewish people. Charlie Hebdo has been mocking, but you cannot mock Macron. That's blasphemy. Because when they did that, Macron, he was planning to take them to court.
He sued someone who drew him as Hitler. He took him to court.
Those fingers.
No, it makes sense.
Listen, you ready to accept this now? Repeat after me.
Listen, it's great talking to you guys. Because when I go on the internet, I see so much, I wouldn't call it slander, but a lot of people attacking people like yourself or Mohammed Hijab or yourself. And I'm like, whenever I see like hate directed at someone, I'm like, okay, I want to look deeper into this. And speaking to you guys, you seem to be being honest. You're being forthright.
And it is making us stronger and stronger. Okay, this makes us stronger. This doesn't put us away. This doesn't take us away.
It helps our cause. The fact that you said this is human psychology. Whenever you see an oppressed group or someone who is being attacked continuously, you think why?
I'm like, why do people hate Muslims so much?
This is why Allah says in the Quran, the disbelievers, hostile, they plan and Allah's the planner, and Allah plans, and He's the best of planners. So what they do by attacking us, all they're doing is getting genuine, sincere people like you to be like, hold on a second, why do you
I wanted to ask you about that because one of their arguments, they say that word, it means the best of deceivers. So what would be
No, that's the wrong, the best of planners. Okay, the best of planners. Wallahu khairul makirin means Allah is the best of planners. They plan and plot, and Allah also plots. Allah plots.
Because when you use the word plan or plot, they would say the correct translation is deceives. So deceive means you're telling
Arabic
a lie.
language is more dynamic than one particular choice made by the Christian missionaries and Islamophobes. Because what they do is they pick one meaning, which might be the most viciously, sounding.
The most negative meaning.
If I'm not mistaken, please correct me, Ustad, that I don't know if it's like deceit plot, but let's put that in context. Because what we say is every name that we use for God doesn't mean it's an attribute. So for example, we call God Almighty, most merciful, the very merciful, Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. That's his name and that's an attribute of him. However, there's specific names that is used for God. For example, let's say he's the one, at that instance, he plotted against the disbelievers. We don't call him the plotter or the deceiver.
Al-Makir. We don't call Allah Al-Makir.
Exactly. So what it is, we learn this in Aqidah that, for
why
example,
not if it's a good thing?
Let me tell you, no. Let me tell you why. When a police officer goes undercover to expose the mafia, he's going undercover, a plot for the evil people. Is he?
That's a plot.
Is he good? Is he doing what he's doing? Is it good or bad?
You mean if he's like going undercover. joining the plot or whatever?
Firstly, two things. Can plotting be good?
It can be good or bad, actually.
Thank you. Thank you.
Deceiver is just negative.
Exactly.
Yes.
Even I'm going to go far. I'm going to go further. Even deception can be good.
Yes.
Sometimes deception for a greater cause.
Yes.
I mean, I'm not saying
This is
the
a very-
Quran uses that term.
I'm not saying Allah is a deceiver.
This is a very good point because I think it's in Sahih Bukhari. It says you shouldn't lie except to for a husband and wife.
Yeah.
To
Three
things.
Three things. Yeah. In war.
Right.
Okay, to basically give your enemy another impression, right? A different impression. Okay, that kind of, or making up between husband and wife, or making peace. And otherwise, it is absolutely haram in Islam to lie.
Because the Prophet ﷺ said, a believer is anything but a liar.
And we call it white lie.
Yeah, I know.
Innocent lie. For example, your wife has cooked.
She's cooked.
She has cooked.
Okay.
You go home,
And it's too salty.
and it's disgusting.
Yeah.
What you eat is disgusting. Okay.
Can I say it's lovely?
Yeah.
No. You in that case, it is not. It might be breaking a heart if you tell her the truth. That this is disgusting. Can you, so you say, oh, it's very nice. Thank you so much for your effort. Because she's made an effort. Okay? There are two kinds of people. One will throw the plate on the wall.
Yes.
Yeah.
What is this? Yeah, I can't. Yuck. Right?
Yeah.
The other guy who is following Islam, okay, he will lie. He will lie. He knows this is not true.
Yeah.
Right? But he will, to win her heart, to thank her for her efforts, he will say, thank you so much for cooking for me. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
I really love you for it.
Yeah.
Now, the first situation is true.
Yeah.
He's truthfully angry. He's truthfully reactive.
Yeah.
Right? Or reactionary. Right?
Yeah.
But that truth is damaging. That truth is breaking someone's heart. So in this situation, this is not considered a lie.
Exactly.
Okay, it's considered courtesy. It's considered courtesy.
If he has a dispute with someone else and they're not talking, and I come to him and say, you know what, I was with that guy and he was praising you so much. He was saying how much he loves you. So he's like, really, did he say that? I was like, yeah, man, he loved you. And I said, it's just to
bring people together.
Exactly.
So you said it's in war between a husband and wife.
But unlike the Christians, we cannot lie to bring people to our faith.
Yes.
The Christians believe that. They do that. They actually lie through their teeth to keep people away from Islam or bring people to their faith. Right? And this is from Paul. This is Paul's government. To a Jew, I become a Jew. To a Gentile, I become a Gentile. In order to bring people
and to the Roman, I become a Roman. But also, in an instance where if your life is in danger, so if someone says, praise my God, otherwise we're going to kill you. You are allowed to lie to save your life. So do you get what I'm trying to say? In a compulsion, like if they say, praise Jesus, say he's God or I will kill you.
And does that extend to things like if you can't get halal food, you can eat haram food?
No, that's if you're in a situation life and death. You can eat pork.
No. That's when you have nothing else to eat. And you are given pork. You can only eat as much as necessary for you to live.
Not the nishida.
Any believer can't even, so it's one of those things. These are extreme circumstances whereby rulings change. Sometimes rulings change due to the circumstances. But under normal circumstances, you have two options. You have beef You have lamb and you have pork. It's absolutely, utterly haram, forbidden, prohibited to eat pork. And this is more biblical than what the Christians are doing.
Yeah, yeah.
If you read the Bible, pork or swine meat is absolutely forbidden in the Old Testament.
Yeah.
Jesus never ate it. He abhorred it. And Christians are yummying it.
Yeah.
You see, yummy. Okay, there are pork chops, there is bacon, there is black pudding, all sorts of different dishes. Christians enjoy them. So this is why we say you're not following Christ. Stop pretending as if you're following the Christ. You're not following. You don't want to follow him. You're following someone else.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
That's a gift for us.
Thank you, brother.
We're here every Sunday. Feel free to come. It's an absolute pleasure talking to you because you seem like a sincere man. I ask you to do one thing. When you go home, just pray and say, God, if you're there, whichever religion is the truth, guide me to it. That's a covenant between you and God. God will send you signs. It's upon you to take it or reject it.
You say he will give me signs?
Yes, because now it's like
I'm
a
reading
covenant
the
between you and him.
Quran.
Ask him, say whatever is the truth. I'm not saying say Islam. Whichever the truth, guide me to it. And watch what happens.
Okay, thank you, Ali.
It's a pleasure, man. Thank you very much.
Very nice talking to you.
Same.
Thank you so much. Okay, pleasure talking to you. I do apologize for this unpleasant intervention or
To be honest, I love
intrusion.
plans. It might be always hard to look into Islam more now because of this kind of thing.
Thank you so much. Keep in touch.